Hey, what's going on, guys? This is just going to be a video talking about monitoring software for your children. There's something out there called a Bark phone. I don't have that, but I have the Bark app, and I was able to get a deal on that. It's $9.99 a month, so I've been trying that out, and I'm pretty impressed with it in most aspects. I'm impressed that it kind of uses kind of like an AI feature to go and search for things. While the VPN is on, it will go and search for things such as things that sound suicidal, or things that sound sexual, or things that are mean, or just many different things. And it will screenshot that and actually send it to you as a notification. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if Covenant Eyes is another one of these software that does this. I'm not sure if Covenant Eyes will actually do the same thing like that or not. But the last time I checked with Covenant Eyes, they were about $16 a month. So they were more expensive than the deal I got with Bark. But I think the issue with Covenant Eyes, when I was interested in looking at Covenant Eyes, was that you had to have really new hardware if you were going to use Covenant Eyes. The phones that we had were a few years old, and Covenant Eyes said that none of our phones or devices, none of our tablets, nothing actually worked with their software. So, now that I have newer stuff, now that I have newer phones and tablets and things, it might be pretty comparable to Bark. But I've been pretty impressed with Bark. There are a few things that I need to get with customer support that aren't working, such as you can set a schedule for when your child is able to be on their device, and that doesn't seem to work well at all. I used Google Family for a while, and I felt like Google Family was really good at being able to just pause all usage, and I don't feel like Bark does well with that. I've actually tried to pause all usage, and they're just able to keep using the device. So it could just be user error with that, but that I just need to get with support. Bark is pretty interesting. I like how it will send you screenshots as notifications. Take a look at this, save it for later. Yeah, and like I said, I got on a promo code thing for $9.99 a month, and when I was looking at Covenant Eyes, they were telling me about maybe $16.99 a month. So I'm locked into a $9.99 per month with Bark. And there are a few things I need to figure out, such as how to pause all data usage, why the calendar thing, the schedule thing isn't working. So I set up a schedule that says, like, my daughter can use it from these hours to these hours, and then like after, such as the phone can't be used for data until after 3 p.m. or whatnot. And that hasn't been working as well as I hoped. But another thing I was going to talk about was the fact that Apple products are harder to monitor. Apparently, Apple put in something called like a child privacy law, or put in some sort of child privacy rule, where they said that children need privacy, and there's a lot of things about that's just makes me uncomfortable. I mean, like, what do children need to be hiding that they can't tell their parents, especially young children? I'm not sure if Apple came up with that, for 16 plus children or whatnot, or if they meant it for younger children. But anyway, Apple products, I notice, are harder to monitor, and they will get disconnected frequently. I have to continually keep taking the iPad and bring it to Bark on the computer and plug in a cable and reconnect it. I don't have to do that frequently with Android products. But I do notice that if you don't use something for a long time, such as, we have the Google Chrome laptops, those, during the summer, they'll have a couple of months where they don't touch it because they're not doing school. And then I'll notice that Bark will say that got disconnected. So I don't know. I'd be interested to hear what all your thoughts are, everybody out there, on monitoring software, keeping your kids safe. I know Bark is a good one. I need to iron out some details with it. I'm new with it, but I haven't tried Covenant Eyes, and I would be willing to give it a shot. I've heard of a couple of others out there now, a couple of other applications for monitoring. So yeah, I'd be interested in hearing what everybody else uses. I think Bark is pretty sufficient for getting notified about things that are alarming or things that you really just don't want your child getting into. But to be honest, I kind of miss how well Google Family worked when it came to just hitting a button and all data usage is locked, or being able to just lock out certain apps and things like that. It seems like there are only certain things that will come up on Bark, like you can block this and that, but you might not see the option for other things. As my children transitioned to Apple products, I noticed that Facebook Messenger stopped working with Bark. So I don't know if that's another one of their privacy policy things or what. But yeah, just wanted to throw that out there, and hopefully that helped somebody. Even though, I'm pretty new at this. This is more of a conversation for, hey, can you guys, suggest something better? So like I said, Bark is sufficient for what we need, but I got to get some things figured out, why things aren't working exactly as they're intended. Look forward to hearing what you guys have and what you guys use and how it works. Thank you for tuning into the channel, and Jesus bless.